Hi, in this video, I'm going to explain how a firm's cost, lead time, and risk are impacted by different modes of transportation that they can use. I'll be covering four different modes of transportation, that is road, rail, air, and maritime, that is sea transportation. And I'll be also discussing some of the advantages and disadvantages of these modes of transportation and how they can affect a business's operations. So let's get started. First, we'll look into the road transportation. Some of the advantages of road transportation are it can be it is kind of this mode of transportation is kind of flexible to different routes. You can send a truck and basically you can send a truck if there is if a road exists. Then you can do a door-to-door delivery. Like if you want to send a delivery to a restaurant, you can do it very easily so that the restaurant can get their ingredients to run their operations. And it is ideal for just-in-time supply chains. And if a factory needs some product uh, every day, we can using a road mode of transportation is one of the best. Next is next, some of the disadvantages are the cargo space. A truck has a limited cargo space, so it is not. So if you want to send a big cargo, using truck mode of transportation is not ideal. Sometimes you can have traffic delays. If there is a traffic jam or something, it can impact the delivery time. And even even if there is any environmental problems like floods or something, it can cause delivery delays. So uh, first, cost. It is generally considered higher per ton to mile compared to rail or sea. And the lead time is it is kind of quicker in local and regional locations, but it is kind of unreliable for longer distances because it can be affected by weather. And the risk is it is a little bit higher because the fuel prices can be fluctuating, and the fuel prices are can be drastically different in different states. Like fuel price in Ohio fuel price in Ohio is 270 or something, and over here it is 312 right now, and it is it is drastically different. Next, next, let's look into rail mode of transportation. Um, Rail mode of transportation. Some of the advantages of this mode of transportation are it is very cost effective. Like if you want to send a big cargo, rail mode of transportation is the best mode. So, and it is kind of it is efficient and it is reliable. Like usually trains reach on time. So, and some of the disadvantages are we don't have railway networks to all the places. Some cities don't have railway stations in their cities, and it is considered to be a little bit slower compared to road mode of transportation. So the impact that it is going to have on a business operation is first the cost. It is usually lower per ton to mile for heavy goods, and the lead time it is lower than road, but it is consistent. Like you can you'll not have any delays because of weather. And next, the infrastructure. It can have infrastructure disruptions can happen because of strikes and track maintenance. Next, let's look into the air mode of transportation. Some of the advantages of this mode of transportation it is super fast. You can get the product delivered within hours or days. Next, and it is best for perishable goods like fruit. And next, let's look into the disadvantages. Some of the disadvantages are it is very expensive compared to other modes of transportation, because it will have fuel costs and airplane maintenance costs, and you cannot send hazardous materials using this mode of transportation, and the cargo will have some limitations as to what you can send over on an airplane. So the impact it is going to have on cost is it is highest cost per ton to mile, and the lead time is extremely fast, and as I said, it can be delivered within hours or days. And the risk is the weather can affect the delivery times, because if it is cloudy or something, the flights will be delayed, and if there are any strikes or fuel hikes, it can cause a disruption. And finally, let's look into the maritime, that is sea mode of transportation. Some of the advantages of this mode of transportation is it is the cheapest per ton to mile, and it can be used for bulk and international shipping, and it has a very large capacity. You can send many containers on a boat. Next, the disadvantages are it is usually slow. It can take months or weeks to get the shipment delivered, and and the impact that it can have on cost is it is the lowest cost for big shipments, and the lead time it is the longest. It can take weeks or months, and the risk that it can have is um, the ports can be congested, and it can cause delays, and sometimes pirates can attack a ship, and it can have weather problems too. If there is any cyclone kind of thing happening in the sea, it can affect the shipment. So finally, each mode of transportation has its own advantages and disadvantages, like trade-offs. So the road mode of transportation, it's flexible, but it is a little bit higher cost, and it has some risk. Rail is best for bulky cargo, but it is limited because it doesn't have flexibility. You cannot send a cargo to any city out there. Third is air mode of transportation. It is the fastest, but it is the most expensive way of transporting goods. You cannot spend so much money to transport shipments. And finally, you have sea mode of transportation, which is cost effective. It is best for bulky shipments, big containers, but it is a bit slower. So firms must be careful to balance cost, lead time, and the risk, so that they can select a proper mode of transportation, and so that it can make them competitive in the market. That's it for this video. Thank you.